this one I really I know I will before the project. So I'm gonna try and just, I used it about 2 weeks straight, and as soon as I'm done with it, and she will draw a line on her, and she will draw.
Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Jordana, and if not, then thank you for coming back and taking the time to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. So before we go into this video, which is an update for the collab 19 by Spring that I'm doing with my friend Melissa Q here on YouTube, I just want you to go and hit the subscribe button and then come back, subscribe to her, and then just watch the rest of the video. So subscribe so that you can watch both of our videos and watch every content that we post on our channels, and I would really appreciate it if you do. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you like project pans, declutters, just reviews of makeup, tutorials, and everything. So if you want to know what my update is on this project pan, the 19 by Spring, then just keep on watching. Okay, so like I said before, I have a list of the products, and then I've been just knocking out the ones that I already finished. So I'm gonna go in the order of that list to show you the products that I've been using. The first product that I had was a Project Progress with the Lorac Pro 2 palette. This palette had a few pans already, but I ended up finishing Rosé, then hit pan on Beige, on Buff, and on Charcoal. I also expanded the pan on Light Brown and on Cool Gray, and I used a few times Jade, Silver, Chrome, and Cool Gray. I haven't touched Snow or Navy or Plum, but I've been actually using this palette more, and I have to say I love it, but I've added new palettes to my collection. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and declutter this. Everything I declutter, I just give it to either one of my sisters-in-law or my mom. And every product I give them, they finish it completely. They love the formula of high-end makeup, and here in Colombia it's super hard to get. So yeah, my goal for this one was to finish or hit pan in 4 new shades, and I actually finished Rosé and hit pan in 3 shades. So my goal is set, and I feel like this palette, you can see that it has been well loved. I wanted to keep it just because of silver, because that's actually one of the only silver eyeshadows that I have in my collection. So if you know about a single shadow, Makeup Geek or Colourpop, that it's a silver shadow that I can add to my collection, because sometimes I need it for my kids, then just let me know so that I can have just the shade that I need and not the entire palette that I'm actually not using that often. So these Lorac palettes have been well loved for sure. And I'm sort of sad to make them leave my collection, but also in a way I'm happy because I actually can say that I got my money's worth. Another palette was the Lorac Pro 1. This one I actually used more before adding it into this pan than what I did when I added to the pan, because I was focusing on the Lorac Pro 2. But it doesn't matter because I still find that I almost hit my goal. And I'm gonna do the same with this one. I'm not gonna keep it in my personal collection, but I'm actually gonna put this one on my kit. It still has all of the shades. I can still use all of the shades, but they're more worn. And I know that this palette works beautifully on my kit. So the new shades that I actually hit pan on that had no pan were Champagne, Taupe, and Light Pink. I also used a ton on Mauve. I bet if I use it some more, I'm gonna hit pan on it. Also with Cream. I didn't use Nude or White, but those are shades that I never use. And also a Slate. I think I've never even touched that shade except for swatches. For me, that's enough, because I actually hit my goal almost, which is to hit pan on 4 shades or finish one, and pewter is about to just die. So I know pewter, I can use it next week and the goal is gonna be hit, and I'm gonna put this one on my kids because it's a beautiful palette for bridal makeup, for nighttime makeup, for smoky eyes. It's just an amazing palette. This I would highly recommend if you're starting your makeup collection. The formula of the Lorac eyeshadow palettes, it's beautiful. Nowadays we have good formulas in a lot of brands, but this one is still one of my favorites. Another thing that I had as a project progress and not a project pan, besides those two palettes, was my NARS Orgasm Blush. This one, I said in my last video that I didn't use it for over a year. And now you can see it right here. That's a major pan, and you can see that if I use it one more week, that pan is gonna expand like crazy. So yeah, these blush have been loved. I'm thinking about adding a new one in my project pan, or maybe use this one for the entire project pan. But I just don't want to focus on one blush because I have, if you have seen my blush collection, I have a lot of blushes, and that wasn't even showing my NARS blushes. So I have over 100 blushes, and using one for 3 months makes me neglect my other blushes. So maybe I'm just gonna give it one more week, and then I'm gonna choose another product, write it here, and add it to my project pan. And that way I can just get more use out of another blush also. So yeah, I'm really happy with this progress, and I'm gonna consider this one done. Oh, and this one I'm not gonna declutter, or I'm just gonna put it back in my drawer. This is actually one of my favorite blushes, and I love it. And now that I actually feel back in love with it, I know I'm gonna use it some more, and I'm gonna also use it on clients because I have it in a NARS palette. So that one is just gonna go back to be one of my favorite blushes. This is amazing because I actually finished the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. I took this with me to Florida, and it was right here. You can see the mark, and it's already gone. This took me, like, I finished this about 5 days ago. So it took me a while just to finish this amount of powder. It's just a beautiful powder. It's too hydrating for me. I know I'm gonna repurchase it this year, but I'm just gonna keep it strictly for my kit and not for me, because it actually makes me look a little bit shiny quicker than my Laura Mercier. So this is not working for me, but I would highly recommend that if you have dry skin, if you want a powder to set, to bake, to whatever, the Cover FX one, it's good, and it has no flashback. Okay, so this is another one, and this one, I have to be honest, I didn't use it not even once. I used it when I started my project pan, like the first week or so, but then I went traveling and I didn't take it with me, and I came back and I forgot that I even had it in my project pan. So this one has been a fail. So I love this product though. So this one, I'm gonna put it in my vanity, and I'm gonna start using it more. So this I'm gonna keep in the project pan, but I can't show you any progress because I haven't made any progress. I just didn't use it. Sadly, I didn't take it on my trip. But this is a beautiful, beautiful product, and all I want to do is just make some progress or get some use out of it. But it's still gonna be in this project pan and in my collection. The other product, I don't actually have it, but I find it to be a success also because I gave it to my mom, and it's the MARC JACOBS Genius Gel Foundation. I gave it to her yesterday actually. She was looking for a foundation, and since I started the project pan, I never used it. I used it once, and it's not a foundation that I actually like. So my mom is gonna be using it up, or she's gonna try it this week. If she doesn't like it, she will return it, and I will give it to someone that will appreciate it. That's the way we do things in this family. We have to either use what we have or just pass it on to someone that we love. None of the MARC JACOBS foundations have worked for me, so I don't know if I even want to try the last one that they came up with. But that one, I find it to be a success because it was decluttered from my collection anyway. I gave it to my mom, so she's actually gonna show it some love, and it was a full foundation. It was barely used. I used it about 2 times tops. Another product that I haven't made that much progress with, and it's the Giorgio Armani Maestro foundation. This is the first tally mark, and on the second update it's the same. I used it a couple times, but it didn't go down, and I didn't take it on my trip. So this is another foundation that I'm gonna put on my vanity. But the truth is, I haven't been fake tanning. And if I'm not fake tan, this foundation, this is number 7. This is super, super dark on me. So I need to just put it there, self tan, and try to use it before the project pan is done. But this is also a fail because I didn't even use it that much because I traveled without it. Another one that is almost gone is the contour kit powder in the shade Vanilla by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I just have the tiniest amount left, if you can see it right there. And I've been using it. This is not a powder that I would recommend because I find it to look beautiful when you put it on your face. But when the day goes by and you look at your face in the mirror, what used to look beautiful and bright, it looks sort of cakey and heavy. So for me, this is a powder that I'm actually trying to finish using it on my lid to set a primer, or just to sometimes set my under eye after I've baked with the Laura Mercier, just trying to use it up, but it's not something that I would recommend. None of the Anastasia contour kits for brightening I would recommend. I prefer the bronzers or the contours from the palettes, or even if you buy them individually, they're beautiful, but still not my favorite. So I wouldn't recommend any powder from the contour kit from Anastasia. Another product that was a fail because I didn't travel with it either, and I've used just once since putting it in my project pan, is the Maracuja Rainforest Glow by Tarte. This is a waterproof matte body makeup, and I just used it once or twice, I think, but I haven't used it since. So this one I really want to use up, and I know I will before the project pan is over. So yeah, this is a fail, but I'm working on it. Okay, so this is the Urban Decay pencil in the shade Bourbon, and this one, it's actually done. So what I actually did was I added on January 10th 2 shades to the project pan, which were the shade Whiskey and Scorch, and I've been really good at using them. I don't know if I told you guys, but I wanna, as a goal, I wanna finish most of my Urban Decay eye pencils. So I've been using these almost daily, and what I'm gonna do is just for the entire year, whether I'm doing a project pan or not, I'm gonna be just replacing eye pencils. I'm gonna choose 2 at a time and then rotate them till I finish all of them, because I don't want them to go bad. A few years back I bought the Bolt with all the Urban Decay eyeliners. So these 2 are now in my project pan, and I'm gonna keep using them until I finish, and I think I can finish them before the project pan is over. These are super pigmented, they're long lasting. My mom yesterday, I gave her 3 of them, the purple shades and a blue shade. She loves them. That's all she wears. She will put like a taupe color on the lid, like a transition shade sort of, and she will draw a line right here on the top of her lashes. So yesterday I gave her 2, and now I finished 1, and I'm planning on finishing another 2. The NARS Brow Defining Cream, you can actually see a little bit of pan now, but this one I used it a few times. I didn't use it as I should. I've been using the powder more because it was quick and I was traveling. I even took this, but I didn't actually use it on my trip. So I'm gonna just put my powders away and just try and use this up. It's already dried and I'm using Duraline with it, but I'm gonna still try and finish it up. And I was saying that I wanted to get this in a few shades for my kit, but I found that I still want to keep using powders instead of brow creams or brow pomades. So yeah, powders is the way to go for me. Sometimes pencils, but powders for me are easier and they look the most natural. So as soon as I finish this, I'm not gonna buy any brow pomades for sure. Another product was the Becca Velvet Blurring Powder. This is a primer. I don't like this at all, and I've been measuring the progress by seeing if I can put this like completely straight and it won't come out, but still I have a ton of product left. The size of my face is a product that you can finish quickly. Even though I hate it, it's the only primer I've been using for the past month. So I'm gonna try and just take it out of my collection. I'm gonna try just to finish it up with this project pan, and even if I don't finish it on this project pan, not for the lack of use, but because my face is not big enough to finish this super quick. Two lip products that I actually finished are the Buxom White Russian. You can see that I had a little left, but this took forever to be finished, but I actually did, so I'm really happy. And the other one was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Strip. So yeah, I love this one. I think I'm gonna repurchase, but after I finish like 10,000 lip products. So these two are both favorites in my collection, but I'm not gonna repurchase. So these are a success in my opinion. Okay, so this one was the shade of Too Faced When in Doubt, and you could see that these had like a major shape right here in the middle, a dent of a piece of lipstick that I gave to a client. So this one I've been putting it in my purse. This is all I have left, and I've been using it a lot, but I've also been wearing no lipstick and just lip balm when I was traveling. So this one, before I left, I was using it almost every day. Now I'm just gonna keep using it up until I make the progress that I want, which is finishing this one because I have too many nude lipsticks. So yeah, this is one that it's probably gonna be gone by the end of the project pan, but I adore this. This is a beautiful formula, and I can't actually find it at Sephora anymore. This is the Too Faced When in Doubt matte lipstick. So the other lip product, I actually depotted it here because I use this shade mostly on my clients. This is Celebrity Skin by Jeffree Star, and since it was in a liquid lipstick form, I just took it out with a spatula and put it here. This is a beautiful brownie nude, and I actually use it a lot of my clients when they request a nude and they want something long wearing. And this is actually matte, but it's not super uncomfortable like most liquid lipsticks are, even though I love the Anastasia liquid lipsticks and the Stila ones. The Jeffree Star formula, this is the only one that I have, but it's for me more comfortable than those. So this shade, I depotted it here, and I'm planning on using it more and trying to finish it before the project pan is over. But I won't be mad if I don't, because it's actually a shade that I use a lot of my clients, and I don't want to repurchase any lip products. So yeah, this one I've made some progress, and I put it here so that I could keep it super sanitized and clean for my clients. Another success is the NARS Custard Soft Matte Concealer, and this one I finished it completely. I'm actually missing it a lot, but I'm not gonna buy any concealers because I just don't need it. I repurchased my NARS Radiant Creamy, and I find that a doe foot applicator, it's an easier way to apply concealer. So this one, even though I want to purchase it sometime in the future again, I'm not gonna repurchase right now. I would probably get it for my kit, but it's a beautiful concealer, and I love applying this with a brush and then blending it with a beauty blender. It's just stunning. When I knew that I was gonna finish that one, on January 10th, I added a few products, and one of the products was NARS Custard, but in the Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I haven't used this one in a while, but it didn't take me that long to finish it because you guys know this is holy grail status for me, and I even removed the stopper and everything, and I just finished it today. This is just, there's nothing left in there. It's completely empty, and you can see how nasty and used it looks. So 2 concealers out of my collection. Of course I will repurchase this one. This is just the concealer that I adore, and I've been using this for years, and I know that the Tarte one is beautiful. I have that in my collection, but I find this to be better because the Tarte one sometimes is just too dry, even if I hydrate my skin and I'm oily. So the NARS one is still a winner for me, and it's #1. Another successful story was the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Eye Color in the shade Rose Gold. This one, I finished it completely. You can see that there's nothing there. I'm still thinking about using what's inside of there, but to be honest, that's a hassle. And if I have already a lot of other products, I can be happy with just the way I finished this one. This is a beautiful one, but I'm not actually a cream person. So cream bronzers I love, but all the other cream products are just not what I'm looking for a quick, it's not a quick, it's just beautiful makeup. Cream products just, it's adding like 10,000 more steps in an already 10,000 steps makeup look. So yeah, this is beautiful, but I don't think I would repurchase. Maybe I would, but not now. Okay, the Colourpop eyeshadow in the shade Weenie. It's another one that's really pretty, and I've actually been using it, but it takes forever to finish an eyeshadow, and you only need the tiniest amount. This is a shade though that when I use it, I put it in my entire lid, and I can't complain because since I took this palette traveling with me and this one, which is a dupe for Winnie, I have it here. I've been using this one more than Winnie, so I've been cheating on Winnie with the Makeup Geek eyeshadow. So yeah, Winnie has been a little bit neglected, but I'm gonna try and use her up before the project pan is over. Okay, so this is what's left of the Brow Glow by Benefit. So when I was traveling, I didn't actually use this one, and like I said before, and I've been saying in my last project pans, I prefer a matte highlight for my brows. Today I have a little bit of a sheen, but I mostly put like brow bone shades and just keep it matte. So this is for me not something that I would repurchase, but I'm planning on finishing it up before the project pan is over. Maybe I will put it on my kids to use it on clients and not use it on myself, because on clients I'm sometimes bolder than what I am with myself. So yeah, these I've made progress, but not as much as I would like. Okay, the For Sally Unicorn Essence, I've been using it. Sometimes I forget about it because when I'm traveling, this was an extra step, but I feel like I've made a lot of progress on it. When I put it right here, like almost completely parallel to my face, it doesn't come out, and before it did. So this is actually a product that I find it better to be used as a serum than a primer, and I find it to be a little bit gimmicky when I use it with my makeup. It's not sort of something that will change my makeup game, but maybe it will make my skin look better. I don't know. It's just, for me, this is more of a skincare item, and I was thinking that it was more of a makeup item. So I just want to get it out of my collection. I know that even though I love the scent, I won't repurchase. Okay, another product that I had for my extras. What I mean with extras is the project pan was supposed to be 19 products, and I added 3 more. So one of them was the For Sally Unicorn Essence, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which is this one. So this one, I have to say, like I told you guys before, I don't really use eyeshadow primers. So for me, this has taught me a lesson. I have like 5 travel size or just deluxe samples for eyeshadow primers, and I'm never gonna buy one. Maybe I would have one for my kids always, but not for me. I never use them, never ever. And if I want to prime, I prime with my concealer. So these I've used, don't get me wrong, I've used it, but it takes forever to finish, and it's not a step that I'm missing if I don't use it. So yeah, when I'm done with this, it's good because it taught me a lesson that I will never purchase an eyeshadow primer unless it's for my kids, and I think one of those will last me like a year. So still working on it, but never gonna purchase one. One that I'm gonna consider that I reach my goal on is the Becca Shimmer Skin Perfector Press in the shade Prismatic Amethyst. This one you can see right there, or maybe you can't, but right here I've used it a ton. I used it about 2 weeks straight, but this has shown me how much I will never buy a dual color or just a blue highlight, a purple highlight. Like, this is not my thing. I prefer golden or metallic-y highlighters, but just in the neutral tones, not this one. If something, I would love like an orgasm type of highlight, and I think they're coming out with one that's inspired by Parisian lights or something like that. But this is a no-go for me. Maybe I will use it on clients if they want something different or more purple or something like for Halloween or whatever, but this is not my thing. Definitely not my thing. And if I could, I would return this. It's just that I've had it for a year now. So yeah, that one I consider just done and gone. I don't want it in my collection anymore. I want it in my collection, but I don't want any other products like that in my collection anymore. It doesn't make me want to buy something more. I find now that those kinds of shades for my personal use and even for my kid are just overrated and not something that I find to be useful at all. So the other products that I added in my project pan on January 10th, besides the ones that I already mentioned, are the Prolong Wear Concealer, which is funny because yesterday morning I was moving a few stuff around and I dropped it, and it was like right here, and you know that the size of it is like this. So it was right here when I started it. It was right here when I dropped it. So I actually used a lot of it. It was in the shade NC42. So I was using it to color correct when I had darkness under my eyes, which lately is always. But I dropped it yesterday, so that one is gone. I'm gonna consider it a success because I actually used it. And then the Shiseido foundation is another one, and you can see it right there. I have barely like 2 uses left on that foundation, and I hate it. I'm gonna finish it. I promised that I was gonna finish it, and I'm gonna finish it. But I hate that foundation, and as soon as I'm done with it, I'm never gonna repurchase. So what started being a 19 products project pan, I added another one, so it was not 19 but 20, and then I put a few extras, which were 3 more, which added up to 23 products. And then finishing some of those products, I added 5 more products. So this is a 30 product project pan, and so far I've reached my goals in 14 of those products. So I have basically 16 products left out of 30, and I finished 9 of them. I decluttered 1, and I made progress in 4 of those products. That for me is just a well-rounded goal, and I know that the other products that I have left I'm gonna actually finish. So this has been a good project pan, and I can't wait for the other update. If I add more products on this one, you will see them in my next update. So don't forget to go to Melissa's channel and check her progress out, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you get notifications every time I upload a video. And also go to my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. Follow me there for different content, and I guess I'll see you on the next one, guys. Let me know what you guys been working on and what you guys have finished, and if you've learned something from project pans. So yeah, until the next one, bye bye.